Hello all. Hi, this is Monica with The Body Electric Supplement. I am enjoying my afternoon, having a beverage. It is not an adult beverage, it's my my ginger beer that I enjoy. I am here to give you some benefits to journaling. Now, I've been a journaler since I was about, I want to say at least being in the third grade. So what, this 8 or 9 years old. I started off with a diary though, like those little books with the little locket thing in it. But then eventually I moved over to bigger notebooks and, writing and things like that. So I think one thing that drew me in to doing that as a youngster is the fact that I needed an outlet to get emotions and feelings out. So I want to go over 7 benefits of journaling. Okay. So I want to remind you that there are some really successful people in the world, and no matter what their profession, no matter what their calling in life, on some level they have done journaling. They have journaled. Okay. So one benefit of being a journaler in journaling is to achieve your goals. You can't achieve anything unless you actually notice what it is or know what it is. There's a lot of people who say that they want to achieve a goal, but sitting down, actually putting it on paper really clears up what it is that you truly want. You would be surprised what it feels like when you actually put your goals on paper. A lot of times people may have an idea of what they think they want, but once they start writing it down, it doesn't feel right. So they start to realize maybe this is not what I'm looking for as a goal to achieve. Okay, so achieving goals. Next is you want to have a way to track and measure progress if you are achieving goals. Now, this is where I have used journals a lot in my life, a lot. For physical fitness, I use journals like from day to day, tracking things like my measurements. Like when I was younger, of course, we were all, and some people still are, tracking weight loss or gains or things of that nature. I would track measurements of my body, of course, a scale, stuff like that. If you are an athlete or a performer of some sort, for which I am also, I'm not an athlete, but a performer. So sometimes you kind of need to track it. Say if you are, preparing for a role and you're wanting to make sure you'll fit your costume and stay fit in your costume. You don't want to, change size. So yeah, tracking progress and growth. The third benefit that you gain from journaling is it builds your confidence. When you see, for example, if you are tracking a goal and you're looking at the progress, you actually get to see the progress on paper. That helps gain momentum in whatever it is that you're doing and tracking. It keeps you motivated. It keeps you going. So it builds confidence. Now, the next item that will help you in being a great journaler is it improves your writing and communication skills. I know a lot of people who struggle with being a clear communicator, and they may have struggles in finding the right words. They may struggle in communicating big feelings or strong feelings. Journaling is a great way to do that. You could write letters to an imaginary person or to a person but never send it. That way you can get those feelings out, those thoughts out. And once they're out on paper, again, that gives you an opportunity to look over it and reflect. Okay? It may be something that you could say to the other person, or maybe it's something that you probably shouldn't say to them at all. And again, you keep it to yourself, but you got the opportunity of releasing those big feelings. It's healthy in that way. So the next benefit to journaling is it reduces stress and anxiety. And who says a journal has to be words? Okay, so most times I work with kids a lot, and when I introduce journaling and journal writing with kids, sometimes I tell them it can be an art journal. What color is your feelings? What does your anxiety look like? Sometimes it's a monster. Sometimes it's a scary person. Sometimes it's scribbles. So sometimes it is super helpful just to relieve stress, to just not just necessarily draw or doodle, but to get, again, those emotions out. Sometimes the physicalness of writing or producing something on paper really does help. Okay. Another benefit of journaling, tracking your inspiration. So again, as a creative person, I tend to have ideas often, and I try to keep a physical journal with me at all times, or at the very least Post-its. Okay, at the very, very, very least, as sitting here right now with Post-its. You can jot down, things that inspire you, that that may help you with a problem that you're working on. It's super helpful. It's handy. It's wonderful, So tracking your inspiration, or at least logging it, having a place to store thoughts that you feel like they might get away from you. Okay. And then, believe it or not, scientifically, even when you are writing things down, it actually helps set it into your memory. A lot of times people aren't really trying to work on processing certain thoughts and or emotions to the point where it can be communicated to the outside world. Even if it is just to a piece of paper, you are now processing whatever thoughts, feelings that you're having in a way that it goes to paper. Now you're reading it back to yourself and reflecting. If you're working on, again, if you're problem solving, that it works wonderfully. Okay, as you are working out equations, or how do I get this round peg into a square hole, so whatever dilemma you're dealing with, sometimes just writing it out helps a lot. So a lot of people, again, will say, well, I'm just not into writing. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. There are also different kinds of journals. So it's not just a matter of just writing your feelings down. Sometimes like I said before, it could be an art journal where you're drawing feelings and emotions, little doodles, things like that, and writing a little bit. Like it can look like a lot of different things. It could be a dream journal. Okay, a lot of people keep those, where the first thing in the morning, hopefully I'm strongly suggesting you all have morning routines. In the morning, you want to try to get down a lot of the ideas and thoughts and dreams that you may have had overnight on paper. Believe it or not, that is where your brain is the most optimal, okay? In the mornings, after hopefully a good night's rest. On the flip side, when you're going to sleep at night, journaling is a great way to kind of empty out your brain so that you are ready to rest, okay? Releasing a lot of the things you may have held on the inside during the day, resentments, upset, things of that nature. Journal at night, let it go, let God, go to sleep. Okay, wake up in the morning, ideas, fresh, wonderful. Pick up your other journal, put them in, okay? It's really a wonderful practice. And of course, I already mentioned fitness journals. There are, food diaries. Sometimes if we are wondering if we need to change a routine in our life. And most times, most people do struggle with nutrition, keeping track of what it is that you are consuming throughout the day. Also very beneficial, how you're feeling throughout the day, health journals. So there's so much that you can get from journaling and keeping track of your life, right? Again, I've mentioned sketch journals. Even if you're not the best artist, it doesn't matter. It's not about being awesome in whatever you're doing. Maybe you can become awesome. You got to start somewhere. And the beauty of journaling, no matter what style you choose, you get to choose how you want it, if ever you want it presented. I have journals that I wrote when I was a teenager. I put them away. Like, I think I put them in a, I don't want to say a safe, but I put them, stored them away, locked them away, like a time capsule. And yeah, I doing what teenager stuff, you know, of course you've got teenager angst and disappointments and all those other things, but it was helpful. And I would never take back that journaling practice. It helped me so much growing up. But those journals are safely stored away. I actually even wrote stories in those journals, but I think this summer I will be pulling them out to get those stories, because I'm a writer. So what can I say, you know? So yeah, if you, and oh goodness, it's time for me to go. I got a client. Now with that, please check out my other videos. We can make every day a wonderful day. Start journaling, friends. What kind of journal do you think you're most interested in? Okay. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos of this nature. I'm working hard. Okay. Take care. Bye.